and welcome to Travel Mode on America West Airlines. I'm Kinga Phillips. Now today we're going to introduce you to one of the hottest restaurants in California. And then we're off to Oregon, that is, where we're going to visit a poor farm for rich people, chase some UFOs, and check out some ghosts. So hey, take my word for it. It's going to be fun. Now we're here at one of the hottest restaurants in all of LA, the Inca Grill. Located just 2 blocks from the ocean in Huntington Beach, it's considered one of the most authentic Peruvian restaurants in all of California. Inca Grill offers big food and big personality. Case in point, mother and daughter owners, Ana and Anna Maria Eves.
The inspiration from the Inca Grill really came from us wanting to have our food and wanting to share it with everybody else, you know, and all the recipes are family recipes.
The menu offers such a wide variety of dishes, you could literally eat here every night of the week and never repeat a flavor.
I love the Inca Grill because it's a wonderful place to come. The people are fabulous, the food is wonderful.
From empanada appetizers to mouth-watering paella, to lamb stew and delicious Peruvian flan for dessert. Every item is prepared with passion.
We cook the lamb with Inca wine. It's chilies, a lot of garlic, a lot of onion. This is the future cuisine of the United States because nobody knows, but once you try, you feel addicted to that. And it's not because of the coca leaf we put in, but the flavor we put in.
Inca Grill has a sexy vibe, showcases original Incan artwork, and even better, they have 2 additional locations in Costa Mesa and Lake Forest, California. And now, we're off to Oregon. So what do a poor farm, UFOs, and ghosts have in common? Well, they're all unique experiences that can be found in the McMinimans hotels in Oregon. Now, these hotels don't just break the mold, they recreate it. And I'm sure you'll take my word for it, as our first property used to be a poor farm and is now a popular weekend destination. Now, historically, being sent to the poorhouse was a last resort, but today, it's a rustic vacation resort, like right here at the Edgefield. Located 20 minutes east of Portland, it's considered a National Historic Landmark, and it's where the poor were sent for decades to pay off their debts.
Edgefield has a great history, long one too. It opened in 1911 as the Multnomah County Poor Farm, and it remained a poor farm through the Depression.
People lost their money in the Great Depression, had no other place to go because they were kicked out of their homes, so they came to the Edgefield, where they worked off their debts in exchange for a place to stay.
You literally are walking down the hall and the walls are talking to you. They're telling you the history of the place.
Most of the rooms here don't even look like hotel rooms. You feel like you're staying in someone's spare bedroom or maybe a guest house at a dairy farm. And if you look around, there's an air of nostalgia here, from the curtains to this great rug to this wonderful couch that looks something like in my grandma's house. The Edgefield features a distillery and 4 bars, as well as 4 acres of vineyards.
The vineyard you see as you pull in is our estate bottle Pinot Gris. Every year we design a new label for that particular vintage of wine.
Jeff, what is this creation? I feel like I'm in a sci-fi flick.
Isn't this great?
I love it. Does it work?
Be careful, you never know what you might do when you turn one of those pipes. Well, we try to stay true to the nature of our property, being the old poor farm. We try to grow as much vegetables here as we possibly can and use them in the Black Rabbit restaurant. There's a little story about when the owners first came out here, they were actually walking the property and they saw this little black rabbit come out from between some bushes. And at that point, they came up with the name for the Black Rabbit restaurant.
Okay.
And we're gonna brown them up.
Unlike a poor farm, I promise you won't have to cook your own food. And these beautiful artistic dishes are far from humble. And believe it or not, the Edgefield even has its own 18-hole golf course that feels more like you're playing in Scotland than Oregon. And that's the Edgefield. Once a poorhouse and now a rich experience and a great getaway. And here's one more perk. They let you take your drink with you anywhere on the entire property. So I'm headed back to the winery for a refill. Oregon has long been famous for its friendly people, majestic scenery, rugged coastline, and UFOs. That's right, I said UFOs. As a matter of fact, McMinnville, where I am right now, is the location for the second most famous UFO sighting right after Roswell. And that's all part of the package right here at the Hotel Oregon, which happens to be located in the heart of Oregon wine country. Wine and UFOs. I wonder if there's a connection.
A local farmer, he was outside and happened to see this hovering thing over his farm, and he ran and got a camera, and he took 2 shots that have since become some of the most famous UFO shots in history.
The hotel has played host to an eccentric cast of characters during its 100 years in existence.
All the rooms are actually named after people or events that happened within the community of McMinnville, the surrounding areas. Whoever owned the hotels when we first started, they've got their own rooms, and some of the interesting employees, the singing waiter. People come here from everywhere just to go and take a look. We have over 80 vineyards, 80 wineries that are here that people can tour and they can taste, and Hotel Oregon is in the heart of it all.
Now, if you can't make it to all the local wineries, then don't panic, because there's a cellar bar which boasts a grand collection of local wines and has this fun, cozy atmosphere with low-hanging lights, wood ceilings, brick walls, and most importantly, a friendly bartender. So what happens during the UFO festivals? There may be a chance to spy a UFO?
Well, the rumor has that, that does happen, at least in people's minds sometimes, I think. But it has happened.
Now, what's this?
Alienator.
The Alienator. So after a couple of these, you get alienated from the sober crowd. Cheers to UFOs.
Absolutely.
So whether you come for the wine, the Alienator, or the UFOs, there's always something in the air at the Hotel Oregon, right here in McMinnville, home to the UFO Festival, where you never know who you're going to meet. And now we jump from UFOs to ghosts. As a matter of fact, our next stop is considered one of the most haunted hotels in the entire Northwest. It's the Grand Lodge at Forest Grove, just 30 minutes outside of Portland. If I was a ghost, I'd definitely be here.
Well, the Grand Lodge's history is pretty interesting. It opened in 1921 as a rest home for members of the Masonic Lodge. When the construction crew was working on the renovation, there were several people who had the experience of smelling this lavender scent. One construction worker was working up on the 2nd floor pretty much by himself, and he again smells the same lavender scent. A moment or two passes, and he sees out of the corner of his eye this old woman dressed in a flower print dress walking out of one room across the hall into the other. He goes to investigate. Nobody's there.
Now, putting ghost stories aside, there's a lot to do here for the living as well. As a matter of fact, it's a pretty great place to relax. There's a romantic outdoor jacuzzi, and you can really unwind at the Veda Body and Soul Day Spa, featuring a full range of treatments. The hotel has a cozy restaurant and a couple of McMiniman's signature pubs, where they serve famous handcrafted ales and wines, and they even have a movie theater.
The theater's great because you can actually get a pint of beer and you can get some food, and we actually bring it into the movie theater. So you can actually have dinner and watch a movie at the same time.
At the Grand Lodge, there's truly no corner untouched by the artist's hand. As a matter of fact, you could walk this property for hours and still not see it all. Hi. Now, there is one thing that I have been dying to try here at the Grand Lodge. Frisbee golf. Ready, Eddie? Hole in one, 14. Yes! Woo! Yeah! So whether you're here to see some spirits or raise your spirits, the Grand Lodge in Forest Grove is a fantastic escape. Well, that just about does it for this edition of Travel a la Mode. Hope you enjoyed the Inca Grill and our trip to the McMiniman's unique Oregon properties. Make sure you join us next time you fly America West Airlines. I'm Kinga Phillips, and thanks for watching.